gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, NapNet presents to you the #1 emo podcast in the world, Emo Kids Anonymous. Now, are we the #1 emo podcast in the world? Technically, statistically, probably not. But in your heart, probably yeah. Okay? So I'm Rob Lafood. I'm your host today. Unfortunately, my co-host Amanda could not be here. Shout out Amanda. Shout out Catherine on the boards today, our executive producer. I'm going to do my best to hold this down and keep the ship under control. I'm joined today by Margaret Sick. They've been grabbing a lot of my attention. They're a young, hot emo band. Emo adjacent, they claim, which I like that. I like that. Straight out of SeaTac, that's the Seattle-Tacoma area, the Pacific Northwest. Now, the Pacific Northwest has a long history of bringing us great bands, not always just straight emo bands. Yeah, we got a few in there, some Car Seat Headrest, maybe some Death Cab if you want to get really adjacent, but we're obviously thinking more grunge, so this is an exciting conversation diving into the band's history, their experience on social media, their origins. I got to talk to their manager, Jocelyn, for a while. That was exciting. We had a great time. Before we get to the interview, though, before we do that shit, do me a favor, personally, professionally, privately. I need you to follow us on the rest of the internet. I need you to subscribe to the podcast. I need you to smash the fucking like button, bro. I need you to go down there. We have a Discord, blah, blah, blah. I need you to go do all that. I also need you, maybe you're a fella and you're thinking your face looks a little fucky. A little fucky like mine? Well, guess what? This episode's brought to you by Brodege. Our friends over at Brodege will take your face from fucky to fresh. And you could do that for cheap, okay? You go over to brodege.com, BROTEGE.com, and you enter Emo Kids at checkout. You get your first bottle of Brodege for only $10. After that, you enter Rob40 at checkout. You get every goddamn bottle of Brodege after that for only 40% off, okay? 40% off. I'm doing that for you. Anyways, here's our interview with Margaret Sick.
I've been on the same Zen pouch for the last 3 hours, and I didn't mean to forget to buy you.
What? Can we get like a zoom in on the hog? The people are
Yeah.
they want, like, they want more. Big request, more hog coverage. Like, fuck it, I'll do mine from here for you. Margaret Sick, welcome to the show. Love to have you here. I find a lot of relatability in your music that we'll dive into soon, but in the meantime, can you tell these people watching who you are in case they're unfamiliar? Maybe they're not ball knowers.
Oh, dude,
not ball knowers.
Not ball knowers. I don't got
yeah, most people listening are ball knowers. If you're listening to this, you're probably a ball knower. I'm talking about the other people listening, not you.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're Margaret Sick. I'm Dev.
I'm Lane.
I'm Miles.
And our other member, Connor, couldn't be here. He had a medical emergency he had to go take care of. But, we're wishing him the best.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be fucked up. Hope you're okay there.
Yeah, no, he's okay. He had some family member stuff he had to go drive down to Oregon for, but, he's keeping us updated. So we're all hoping he's all right. But,
yeah.
But yeah,
Shout
no,
out the state of Oregon, yeah.
We make, like emo adjacent, sort of like indie rock music. Out of the Tacoma, Washington area.
SeaTac, they say. That's what they call it, huh?
Yeah. That's what they call it. That's the area, I guess. Even though there is a city called SeaTac.
Yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I lived in Alberta, Canada for like most of my childhood. And so we got all our TV stations were either Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, or like Seattle, Tacoma region.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like I was really into Gonzaga basketball as a 15-year-old for some reason. Like and this is before they were making they were strong squad, but just that's what we had on TV.
That's hilarious. I was raised with Gonzaga basketball on my TV all the time because my grandmother is like a huge Gonzaga fan. So anytime I was in Spokane, it was on the TV. If there was a game, it was on the TV.
Are you serious?
Right?
Yes.
That was like the local sports team to us for some reason in like Alberta, Canada. Yeah, like the Gonzaga games. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, they're awesome. I won't lie. I love watching their games.
Yeah, hell of a run for Gonzaga recently as well. I think we had did they win the Natty or they made it to one?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You're gonna have to ask your grandparent. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Text
definitely.
them right now. They
She's got
text.
she's got dementia, so it might be a little hard. She'll be like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be news to her all over again.
yeah, it's she probably already saw it, and then if I tell her again, she'll be reminded of it and ask why she missed the game. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna send you in that tailspin. Yeah, that's. I had to call my 95-year-old grandmother on FaceTime the other day, and I'm just like, fuck, like this sounds fucked up, but like my mom died when she was 50, and part of me is just like, I wish that happened to everyone so you didn't have to watch this part. Like it's a little easier if we all just like dip a little early. It's better to leave the party early than you're just like, fuck. Like
yeah, it
same
can
thing.
be.
I had grandma with dementia, and it's like I'm like repeating the stories, which I do anyways. So it's just like,
My
fuck.
grandma just started getting there too within the last year, and it's tough, dude.
Right? It's not a great time.
Yeah, it can be tough, but it's great though. She still has her like little quirks that she always still sticks to, and she's like a crazy good pianist, which is where I get my like piano and like musical talent from, I would say. And
Just been biting your fucking grandma this whole time.
pretty much.
Relatable.
Yeah.
That's sick. When did we start doing shows here?
2023, like end of 2023.
Like end of 2023, yeah. And then we went on hiatus for a little bit, and then
What happened? Did something happen?
we went to go study
They
abroad.
studied abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started in college. I guess we all met like I guess we got together junior year of college as a band.
Yeah.
And then we've been going since. And then like junior year, spring semester, you and I both went abroad.
Where'd you guys go?
Well, I went to Germany.
I went to London
Yeah.
to study English and
And you
theater.
were just stuck in Tacoma this whole time while these guys went to wherever the fuck those places are?
Yeah.
Damn.
Luckily, I'm a drummer, so I had a lot of other bands that I
Yeah.
could be in. But
Drummers
yeah.
are definitely the hot chick of the band members. Yeah. You
This is
usually have the most
Oh, and-
options.
You should see it.
And not even
Anytime
just
we're playing-
musically. Yeah. Anytime we play a show, dude, he gets hit on like at least twice. It's fucked up.
You need that. Lady, yeah, a lot of ladies love the drummers, they say. The dudes too, honestly, yeah. And the non-binaries. It's not even a discriminatory thing. Like everyone, I get it.
Everyone loves a drummer.
Yeah.
Right?
And
It's fun when he's in his like wife pleaser. That's
oh
awesome.
my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
One and shit too. That's crazy.
Damn. A lot of people saying you're a pretty good looking guy.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, yeah. And I guess we've really started playing a lot of our shows
Like the last
like the last like year, I guess. Yeah. Since September, I think, is when we've been like
Picking it
every
up.
like week there's
Pretty
like
much.
something, or like if not
How's-
like every week.
How's the scene in that general region? Because obviously people think of the Midwest, the Northeast, obviously SoCal, we have stuff as well. Like I think we've had one other Pacific Northwest band on maybe ever, Pretty Suspect.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Like, but it's also a thing too where it's like, is it a matter of it being spaced out too much kind of thing?
I know that there's like a huge punk scene, especially in Seattle. Like a lot of bands that we play with are punk, but
Or like hardcore bands.
yeah, but usually they like Midwest emo. They have a lot of bands have a couple of Midwest emo songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like the loose adjacent tie where, yeah.
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 I think that's the real thing, is that like there's not so much of like a Midwest emo scene or like a math rock scene, more than just like an adjacent scene where like everyone can
alternative music.
one, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's like some
Yeah.
bands are a bit more hardcore, some bands are a bit more like shoegazy and stuff, and then you have some more bands that are like indie rock. There's this one band we played with called Stereo Plague, and they're like
Oh, they're great.
grunge
old
as
school.
hell. They're like Nirvana coded as fuck,
Sick.
which is super sick to see that. Yeah, and we played with them, and yeah, even though you had these bands where like I guess if you were like really really into the scene, there would be otherwise like a contrasting genres, but it still made for a really great lineup. And I feel like that's what happens a lot of the times with all the bands sort of like in the SeaTac Eastern Washington sort of music scene.
Do you think it's maybe easier to play like in this like bubble where it's like alternative like genres? Because then maybe you have a bill where it's like, oh, there's the ska band, there's the punk band, there's the mall emo, and then there's the Midwest emo where it's like kind of you're almost not competing with other bands. It's not like there's another a band doing the same thing you do but fucking way better because they've been at it longer, kind of thing. Like it maybe makes it easier.
I mean, I'd say personally, I find it really nice to be able to play like all these shows because we while we do have like a very I'd say it's like a pretty indie like broad sound. It's nice to be able to have like this niche group of people that definitely likes us. Um and I don't know, personally I love a challenge. So
It's a
um
little trickier.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it on some level it's easier for sure. Um but I think we just love to play. Like
Yeah.
mhm.
No, I agree. Like, and I never really thought about it like that until you said it, Rob. But I think it kind of does make it easier in a way, because yeah, like as opposed to if we were in the Midwest or like,
Right,
you
like
know,
yeah, you're playing a show, and then like the headliner is Saturdays at your place and Potion Cellar and this and
yeah,
that, and you're like,
exactly. All
oh
these
shit,
bands that
like
are
we're yeah, there's a lot, like if you're beginning, if you're like hinting at stuff and you're kind of starting out well, like people are more keen to appreciate. But then if they see a band 45 minutes later that kind of does the same thing but has been at it long, not even that they're like better, it's just like they're more experienced. It's like you're
yeah,
like fuck, like we'll
yeah.
never be that.
No, I definitely hear it. And there's even been times where like we've played shows with other bands where they're not even in like our same genre. Like they're, a bit more of like I don't know, more like classic rock or like more like punky, but they've just been at it for so much longer.
Mhm.
Like
Hmm.
their shit just way tighter, they have
Yeah,
like,
just a
it's like,
clean band.
you know what I mean? Like, where it's just like, fuck, like that's tough. And having to open for that and then see that go on is always really hard. But I think there is that like distance though, when you're such different genres, it's like, but we're something like different, it's not even necessarily of like the quality difference. It's more just like when people come to see us,
Stylistically,
they're looking to watch something else. You know what I mean?
I can't help but notice the curtains behind you and the flags as well, and the last name Devlin. Are we in the middle of like a Ramadan thing here?
I mean, I am partaking in Ramadan. That's true. I'm Muslim
Yes.
personally.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
these are actually Lane's flags. Are they from Nepal?
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
Tibetan prayer flags.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the fucking worst. I'm thinking like, oh, like it all ties in. 'Cause my yeah, like I often say like no one in my family is religious, but like, like on my grandpa's side, like he's from Lebanon. So I'm like, oh, the closest thing is maybe like Islam or something like that. And I'm like,
That's
oh,
sick.
that must be this. And I have no fucking clue. I'm a poser.
No, that's so badass though. That's sick. I'm part Lebanese, like Palestinian. That's
Sick.
badass.
Yeah. No, yeah, my grandpa is from Lebanon, and I still to this day like very much claim like I remember I worked at this dealership with Armenians, and they'd always say they'd be like, "No, you're Middle East, you're Arab," and I'm like, "I'm not. Like, I'm not. I've been to the airport tons. They don't bug me, bro. Like I've seen what my grandpa has dealt with this and that. Like there's a big difference. Like there is Arabs that are, like I'm a white boy and he's like, "No, bro, you're 25, like you're one of us." This and that. And I'm like, he's like, "When you're part of you're like slightly, you're part of this world." I'm like, I've over time grew to accept it. It's like, "All right, fuck it. We're a little Arab over here." Yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on. You're part of the Ummah, bro. You're Arab,
Right?
bro.
Yeah. No, we interviewed this band Sakine. They live in LA, but they're Indian, they're Desi and Palestinian, and like they were like, "You're Habibi? You're Habibi?" And I'm like, I am Habibi, okay? You say that?
Uh,
Yeah, fuck it, I am.
Embrace it.
I'll
yup.
own it.
Oh, Habibi, that's sick, dog.
That's sick.
I think one of our
Did you grow up in Washington though, obviously?
Actually, we all grew up in different places.
Yeah, none of us are from Washington.
Yeah, we're not all from Washington
We just all
originally.
met in
Weird.
college.
Yeah, we all moved here for college.
What
Like you-
college did we go to?
I'm from LA.
Went to Puget Sound.
What part of LA are you from?
I grew up in Malibu.
Oh, what the fuck? You're right down the street. I'm in Woodland Hills. You're right down the canyon from me.
That's
Oh, wow.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you're from like 20 miles away. I mean, it's a long 20 miles. It's a windy
It
road,
is.
but like, yeah, you're from like, 15 miles, 20 miles away.
Yeah. And now that all that shit's burnt now, it's like,
I was going to say, yeah, I'm sorry about your childhood home. I'm guessing
it's
is gone.
okay. My family and I have been through 3 fires, including the last 2. So it's not, it's all good.
Yeah, you really get used to the natural disaster that's like regional to you kind of thing. Like I would never want to be in like a tornado or a hurricane or something like that, but like earthquake, brush fire that burns down 20% of the county. It's like, oh, it's no big deal. That happens to me once every couple years. But like, oh, a hurricane or a snowstorm, no, I would die.
Yeah. I kind of just compare it to that when people are like, so what's fire season like? And it's like, well, you prep for the best, you prep for the worst and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
Right? Yeah, you're like, I don't know. You've dealt with it. It's like the beast, or whatever, where it's like I'm used to it. Like fire season's I'm sure at some point it becomes like it's just kind of this hassle with insurance companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are the rest of you guys from?
Well, I'm from Texas.
Muslim guy from Texas.
Bro, his face changed so much.
How was that? Yeah, how was that? Because I feel like it was the same thing with Saki, and it was the same thing. They grew up in Texas, and I was like, "That's fucked up." I'm sorry. Yeah, that's probably I live in a bubble out here.
Like I grew up in a pretty big city. I grew up in San Antonio, which is like a really like liberal blue city. Like
yeah, that should still be Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that it was like living in little Tex-Mex for fucking sure,
Yeah. Okay.
And like all of my family, we're like half Middle Eastern, half Mexican, and all my family immigrated from Mexico. I was like the first generation born in the United States, and honestly, like I couldn't have picked a better place for us to like have grown up and lived being immigrants, but also being in like a liberal place where I wasn't going to be in like the middle of bumfuck nowhere backwater.
That's the thing, yeah, you're in you think you're thinking of like some small town outside Dallas where they're hillbillies or something. But it's like, yeah, you're in like a San Antonio. Like there's at least some semblance of culture, I guess.
Yeah, like our mayor was a black woman for like 10 years and shit. No, we had it made pretty well.
And you could, I'm sure with the kids where you're like, especially dipshit school kids, you're just like, I'm Mexican, like. Like
it was like, so is everyone else, dude. Like,
exactly. It's like I'm like you can focus on the different part of me, or you can focus on the part of me that's the same as everyone else here. Like, beautiful. What about you, bud?
I'm from the Bay Area. Specifically,
beautiful.
So
where at?
Different than not too much different. I'm from the coast, so
okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. How'd you guys? So you guys all decide to go up to Washington for school, and then you guys all meet in college, and you guys decide to stay in Washington. Did you stay there specifically? Are you gonna stick it out because of music? You decide to stay there?
I think it like plays a part. Yeah, like there's a couple of things that are keeping us here, but I think definitely within the last year, with how much the band has like really started to like pick up pace, like locally at least, and within the scene, like it's been kind of like, oh. Let's like fuck around. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, maybe this is nice. Maybe we keep this going.
Yeah.
Who's the primary lyricist here?
I'll say definitely.
Yeah. It depends on who writes the songs, but yeah, I think I've written most of the lyrics.
There's a couple songs of yours that I find disgustingly I still find it comforting to sit in an Ashley Furniture Home Store. I find that disgustingly relatable. First off, I gotta switch you off the Zins over here to the Zemos, our friends over at Zemo. Delicious American made pouch with other flavors that we don't have here. But that line and then the fucking rolling a blunt line, stuff like there's multiple parts where I'm like this, like most emo bands aren't writing songs for me directly. Like I can relate to the yearnability of it kind of thing, but I'm like, oh, this feels like this motherfucker is targeting me. Like, what did I do to you kind of thing? Like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this sort of self-reflection? So when we're writing the songs, are you putting the songs together like We do, yeah. Pro yearning big time on this show. But like, are we putting the songs together like where you're crafting something up and you're taking something to the band, or is it more the boys are throwing something together and you're kind of humming a melody over and then you're filling some words in? What's the process here?
Usually we craft something up, sort of take the raw idea, and then we bring it to the boys, and then we're like, what do we think? And then we run with it, and then we just kind of build on it from there. That's how we've like
Yeah.
mostly written our songs.
'Cause I feel like that's how we all get our own songs to
Yeah.
do with the rest of the band. So
Yeah. And then it allows, I think, for you guys to like weigh in on your expertise with like I could never write bass lines like you fucking
Yeah.
write bass lines, or drum parts like you write drum parts and shit, you know.
Mhm.
But then also whenever you add vocal harmonies, like you'll sing stuff that like I don't even hear, and then it's like it all just kind of comes together. You were gonna say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, the way we wrote Ashley's was kind of like that. Dev had the full song pretty much like secured, except for like maybe one or two lyrics that or like there was that one I can't remember. We were in my kitchen last
Oh yeah.
sophomore year or something like that when we were writing that song, and I was like, why don't you try the minor chord for that? And then that became
You're like,
that.
I didn't even think of that shit. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's like we have a really, like, I'd say like a rough structure, and then we all kind of come together and like solidify it and put it all together.
yeah, all of us are good enough musicians where we can kind of like Dev can come with a guitar part and a like vocal part, and then leave the rest to us to figure out. It kind of like works like
Kind
that.
of fill it out. You're like, okay, this is the bass
Yeah.
idea. I trust that my rhythm section here is talented enough to take it to the next level because I'm just over here plucking root notes, maybe.
It really does help when you are surrounded by like competent musicians. Seriously, like
I'm gonna shout out our guitarist who is not here, who's actually like, um, we're just hoping everything's okay.
yeah.
But like truly one of the most talented guitar players I've ever played with. Can just like pick up. There have been times where like Connor and I don't know the song, but Connor is like, I'll play it, and it sounds beautiful.
You're like, okay, this is working. And you're just kind of like standing around like, what the fuck? Like, okay, guess we
Yeah.
have another song now.
Yeah, it helps that like a bunch of us come from like jazz backgrounds. Miles
Oh,
and
yeah.
Peter come from super heavy jazz backgrounds,
Yeah.
and me and Lane are like pretty well versed in jazz. Not nearly to the same degree, but like, and I think that really does help with like whenever we're playing, like I don't know, we just all kind of get into this groove. We get into it's cliche, but we all just kind of find the pocket, I guess, and
Yeah.
just
It's
all
not,
just
it's like straight up, it's logical, like in a like primal sense of music kind of thing. Like the band, like especially the rhythm section, you need to find a pocket and start kind of just like dialing in, just like, okay, over that, you can kind of, then the lead guitar and the vocals can like dance on that kind of thing. And like,
yeah.
if you don't have that, and yeah, the jazz background probably adds like a fucked up level of musicianship to it too.
Yeah, it
Where it's
helps.
just
that,
like understanding where things are because you're used to playing in different fucking time signatures. You're used to switching things up. You're used to improvisation kind of thing where it's like all of a sudden you're like, okay. Like you're saying, like, I have a really competent band behind me. Like, shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps that like the non-drummers are like super competent and like can like groove where I don't have to be in the pocket all the time. Like in Ashley's, I'm doing a bunch of like offbeat stuff, and I can
Yeah,
grab
you
the
can get a little fucking loosey goosey with it and start like getting
We'll add
Philly
these
and stuff.
fucking crazy quintuplets where like in the moment you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And you listen back and you're like, oh my God, this guy's a genius. Like
Yeah, I did that on some dickhead where I was playing a piece for my school, like for our final, and it had a bunch of quintuplets, so I was just used to playing quintuplets. And then I added it to some dickhead and like for one of the fills, and we're at first we've heard it and we're like, oh, that sounds horrible. And then I realized, oh, those are quintuplets. It's insane that I did that.
What kind of glasses was this gentleman wearing to incite this song title, by the way?
Oh, these like big fucking circular green sunglasses, dude. Bro, it looked like
Shit
this.
got
Well,
you
we
fucking
have them
heated,
as
huh?
well, actually.
It was actually about Lane.
Yeah, it was about Lane's sunglasses.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got this shit right here, dog.
Yeah, we gotta see these. Okay. You didn't like that shit, huh? That upset you?
I mean, I kind
I
of
think they're kind of tight. I don't know.
feel like some kind of dickhead. Yeah, they ain't bad though.
I mean, there's a reason why there's parentheses. I really like his glasses. Fuck, like he's
Yeah,
so
he did kind of go the other way, and in the song, it's a confusing title. Let me ask you guys a question. I had this thought recently where I was, talking to a former bandmate where it was about this hypothetical show we might play, and it was kind of like my thought process was literally like, okay, but if we do this word for word, I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. We need some Chappell Roan bullshit or something to kind of get the people going. Like I'm like, like people might not know the 6 songs we play. We gotta throw in. I was like, we gotta like throw fucking Hot to Go or something in there, kind of thing. That's my thought process. You guys have done that as well. How much has the Chappell Roan cover helped you guys as a band versus maybe Pigeon? Like not Pigeon, but has there been any negative to it?
No, not really. I mean, like, it hasn't done a whole lot for us, like, in terms of getting like online clout. Like, it's not like the cover like blew up and people were like going
Yeah.
crazy for it. But
like
what
at a show, if you pull it out, like I imagine the crowd doesn't. That's my
And-
thought is like the crowd doesn't know you. You pull out fucking Champagne Supernova as the 3rd song, like people are like, they start moving in.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like every time we've played it live, that's when the crowd usually picks up and like starts dancing, and then that's when for the rest of the set, then people are like really, really fucking with it,
You
And I
got
think
them comfortable.
because we definitely pander to a more like younger, sort of like queer emo sort of audience. And
The
I think
Queermo crowd, yeah, is they're
exactly
calling it.
right.
I just coined that
And
right now. If you want to
also-
use that, by the way, you got to put the trademark sign after it. Yeah, I'm gonna patent pen that. Queermo.
And like Lane and I are both like queer identifying members of the band as well. And I think like it definitely just like it gets everyone into this feeling of like, oh, okay, these guys can hang. Like these guys are chill.
Yeah. Especially like same thing where it's like ironic saying this to a guy as 5 minutes ago we're talking about like Mexican and Lebanese and Palestinian heritage, but like especially as like borderline white presenting straight looking bros kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like if you're not playing up some caricature like obviously gay or something like that, it's like I feel the same thing here on this show sometimes. We have a lot of guests who are, obviously not fucking straight white dudes, and I can feel very rarely, but sometimes like maybe that first minute or two, it's kind of they got to kind of like feel me out, where it's like I feel like they're kind of like sensing like, is this white dude a fucking Rogan ass motherfucker, something like that? Like, is this a Trump support? Like, is he cool or not? Kind of thing. Where it's like same thing. Where like obviously like you're not gonna get up there and be like, we're a queer band, like or something like. So it's like you hit him with like something like a kind of subtle nod. It's like a kind of that thing where it's like, okay, you're safe here. Like you can, like we're cool, we're with you. Have some fun.
Yeah, I mean the big thing behind that Chappell Roan song, I think, was that we just love that song.
Yeah. And we also
Like,
just
It's a
love
great song.
Like it's just like it's so catchy. And when Dev came up with a version of it, I was like, we just gotta play this all the time because this is so fun.
It is fun. I feel like our friend, you maybe you know them as well. Fourth Wave Cast is what they go by on the internet.
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
Cass was like DMing me like, you got to book Margaret Sick, and I didn't know who you guys were. I'm like, what the fuck is that kind of thing? You know what I mean? And then he's sending over a few bands, and I'm kind of like, okay, like I'll get to these ones, but like our schedules, blah 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 blah. And then I think the Champagne Supernova or the cover popped up, and I said Champagne Supernova. My daughter's name is Nova after the Oasis song. So, but like. Same thing where it's like it pops up and it's like you were doing the California King part of the song where I was just like, oh, that bangs. Like if I heard like same thing where it's like, I don't know about up there, but like down here, and maybe this is a normal thing for everyone, but I always imagine this is maybe like an LA thing or Southern California where it's like there's 100 other things to do and people are stuck up. So it's like a band starts playing, you kind of have your arms crossed and you're kind of like, win me over, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I don't want it. Like, I'm too cool to like this. So you need to like really like get them to drop their arms. And I feel like something like that, even if they want to hate, at some point they're like, okay, like I too have a wand and a rabbit. Like they like, it will let people, like, it'll make people fucking comfortable.
Yeah, no, I hardcore agree.
Yeah.
We also we want to give a quick shout out as they just arrived as we were talking, but we just want to shout out our lovely manager Jocelyn right here.
Yo, what up? Sorry.
Hi, Jocelyn. Welcome to the squad. I'm
Hey.
sorry if this ends up fucked up and there's anything you need me to cut, you can let me know.
Oh no, you're good. You're good so far.
It hasn't happened yet, I don't think.
No, you're
We're good. Do you spell Jocelyn with a C or an S?
And a C.
Okay, that's a good way to spell it. Yeah, I had to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the right way.
Do you find these guys troublesome to deal with? You can flip the camera back over to Jocelyn.
Yeah, let
We'll
me
just
put
say
this
we're
back on
for a
Jocelyn.
second.
Hang on.
Hi,
What made
sorry.
you decide to manage these? Yeah, this queermo band. They're saying. I feel like that was a word we used to use back in the day. That was like, now that I'm saying it, I feel like that was like a mean. Like I didn't invent it. It was something we said to be mean. But I feel like we're taking it back. We're taking it back.
We're taking
Yeah,
back
exactly.
queermo.
Dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here, let me. This is our little. These are our little dogs, by the way.
Fucking Star's little nose.
I only see Oh, there's two. I was like, I only see one. You guys are full of shit. Okay. This is a fully immersive interview. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
Jocelyn, what was your introduction to this band here?
Okay, so essentially what happened was, I mean, I was homies with the guys, and they were like, hey, like come check out our band and stuff. And so I was like, yeah, fuck it, like I'll support my friends. And then I started coming to their shows, and I was like, oh shit, like they actually have some music they could actually like get somewhere. And then
You're like, this is actually kind of decent. I'm not just supporting I'm not going to see my buddy fuck around. Yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay. And as they're doing the shows, I'm kind of like, no diss, I'm watching you guys kind of like fumble through it. And I was like, hey, it'd be like really easier if we did it this way. And then they'd be like, oh my God. And I'd be like, okay. And then it just like slowly turned into me like helping with merch and helping with stuff. And then starting to like network passively. And then all of a sudden one day it was like we were at a show, I was selling merch, and then someone was like, who are you? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just, who am I here? Like, whatever. And then Deb, without missing a beat, was like, I think that's our manager. Yeah, that's our manager. And then I was like, I'm manager? Oh my goodness.
You're like, I'm Mrs. Manager. We have the same thing here where it's same like Catherine, our producer, where it was like for months on end, where it was just like obsessively helped me personally with everything. And I was like, wait a second, like why don't like
Let's give you a title.
let's officially just have you help with this, and like let's give it a title, and like I'll just call you the queen of the universe kind of thing, because it's like anything I can't, like if you can do it and I can't do it, I'm like, wow, you're so smart kind of thing, so it's like it's good. There's only so much, especially like as a creative type, I'm sure you've experienced where like this motherfucker's brains go all over the place kind of thing, and maybe you it's your
Yeah,
job
like-
kind of to like grab it and be like, okay, we're going here.
Yeah, literally. There's like points where it'll be like, it's not quite like herding cats, but I'll say something, and then Connor will hear me, and then he'll be like, word. And then no one else will hear me, and then Connor will be like, hey, wait,
kind of
stop.
looking at like, you got me right, you got like
Or it'll be like, hey guys, I just said this, but part 2, and then they'll be like, right, and then Connor and I will look at each other and be like, dog, and he'll be like, I hear you, I see you, like.
You're
like,
I just not listen to Jocelyn.
No, that's not what I was.
He doesn't listen
you're
to
like,
anybody, dog.
it's not misogyny, it's a personal defect. Yeah. It's just
No,
everybody. Yeah. It's not just her. Yeah. It's not you. It's not you, it's me.
No, all the boys are super good about like keeping aware of the issues with being a woman in the music space, because like there's definitely parts of it where it'll be like, I'll just do something, and then they'll be like, well, you're not in the band, you're not a guy, like what the hell? And I'm like, what you mean what the hell?
If it makes you feel any better, we've talked to girls actually in the fucking band, and they give them the same goddamn treatment.
No, it's absolutely fucked shit, um, with how much there's, like, passive it's, like it's very much so, like, microaggression, like, "No, do you know what you're doing?" And it's like, "I do know what I'm doing, what the hell?" But also it's
They
like,
put me in charge for a reason.
being a bitch or, like, whatever.
Yeah,
But
that
at the end
too.
of the day,
You
that's
demand 2 things, like, "Oh, she's really cold."
yeah, like, I don't know. I try to be just me at the end of the day, and at the end like, what I really like, what makes me wanna be a part of this and stay involved is not only what like, the excitement and the energy that comes with the crowds and, like, watching everything, like, like, you can see the linear slope of potential, like, just all the excitement with
Yeah,
that,
you
and
see
then
the vision.
it's like, on the flip side of it, it's like I just get to hang out with my friends, and then when there's, like, an event that I set up, it's like, there's this little moment where you're like, "Holy shit, like, I did this and
"I
it
did
actually
this! These
worked
people
out."
are having fun because of me."
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like
I'm literally in the middle of doing that right now where I'm setting up a show down here, and I'm looking for a venue, we'll find one this week, but it's like, same thing, it's like, I don't want the glory of being like, "Hey, everyone, look at me," but it's like, I wanna sit in the back and be like, "Everyone here is having fun because of something I had a hand in."
exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I brought
I
these
think
people joy. Like,
yeah.
that's the glory I want.
The thing for me, I think, at the end of the day is really just, like I know it sounds kinda cheesy, but, like, making community. That's
Mhm,
what's
no.
seeing people start to become regulars at our show, like, seeing us that we have fans, seeing
Mhm.
the comments on TikTok and Instagram, and, like, just watching it become, like, where we're all just, like, kinda creating a community to where, like, I know even though there's, like, a power dynamic where it's, like, we're the band and you're the fan kind of thing or whatever, like, it's we still
That barrier doesn't have to exist in the same ways that it does exist, though, and it can be removed at times. It could be fluctuating kind of thing where, yes, like, you need to pay to get into the show to support. Not everyone can get guest listed, so you're a fan in that regard, but it's like, we are not above you,
exactly, exactly. Yeah, see, you
you
get it.
know? We're right same thing where it's there's the same thing where it's like, I've interviewed, like, in the last I'm like, last week, we interviewed multiple bands where it's like, to me, they're bigger bands, and it's like, oh, there's this air of legitimacy to it. It's like, brother, I'm just in my fucking. They're like, well, you have a logo right there. I'm like, this isn't. This is a website. I just put it there. Like, I didn't make the bubble turn red. Like, it's just the website does this. But it's like, like, oh, this air. And it's like, no, like, we're here to build community. Like, same thing. Like,
Exactly,
I just want to help you, kind of thing. You know, like, everything
exactly.
helps each other. And I think in our scene, like, I'm I'm middle aged, you know, I'm 36. I'm gonna die soon. And a lot of like growing like in the 2000s, the emo bands, we were talking about this with when we interviewed Gabe from Cobra recently, where it's like back then there was like there's only so many spots to be like a successful band. You know, it's like there's only so many spots on the radio or this or that, whereas like that doesn't exist anymore.
For
Our
sure.
only hope is relying on each other.
Yeah, that's I definitely I'm gonna kinda throw it back at Dev because he's the main face of our TikTok for sure, but, like,
Deb gets the people going,
really
yeah.
having it to where it's like we're really here building for each other. There's not those radio spots like you said, and, like, I don't know, it's such a different world than I feel like what, like, our parents or, like, older
Mhm.
generation navigated through the music scene because not only is it like, "Oh, yeah, like, I'm Bob Dylan and I play music, do, do, do," and it's like, "Wow, Bob Dylan, a man, a magic." It's kinda like,
Right? Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, I'm Dev and I play music, and then I also have to be a content creator to influence and
Right.
show people who I am."
Literally just did an interview with this band Surrender the Ghost like an hour before this, and they're like dude's 40 and same thing where it's like he came up like in the two and he's like it's like what's different about being in a band now versus then he's like I got to be a content creator now and like this and it's like to me it kind of like as a obnoxious person it seems easier now than it was before. But
I
like as an artist it's like that's bullshit you should have to you know like that's back then like in the even up 2000s at some point, I don't know when the switch happens, but at some point it happens. I'll blame like car commercials or like the CDs dying off. But like being in a band and making it look like you're trying to get people to listen to your music, that was fucking lame, bro. You know, like it wasn't cool to try.
Yeah.
Like you had to not give a fuck. If you cared like that, you were a fucking pop star, you know, this, you know, like you're sellout. Like, whereas now it's like, I'd like to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to be able to afford dinner. I'd like to ask you guys now, Jocelyn, cover your ears for a second. She does a good job managing you guys think? What do you think here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, big time for sure.
No, you guys can.
Lane's like,
giving you.
She's fucked. Right? Get a load of her, right? This one's no. Behind every man there needs to be smarter, more logical women. That's as you can tell from the Emo Kids Anonymous operation here, where it's like I'm the only guy and my job here is basically to wave my arms. We need smarter people than us running it, kind of thing.
Well, I will say that Jocelyn was kind of behind the scenes for a lot of our early sets, and none of us really knew. And then it was just kind of like, wow, how have we not had you here the whole time? Like,
Yeah.
why weren't we smart enough to see that? Or like, but yeah, I mean, Jocelyn has only been helpful, and in terms of like crafting connections and like building up our band's reputation, Jocelyn is like what's the word? It's like in I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a word. Bro, this is where the English major in me is like, I gotta get this word.
You paid a lot of money to know this word right here, brother.
Yeah, I
Paid
know.
a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah, I got student debts that are telling me this word.
Yeah, you're like, I got these motherfuckers calling me 3 times a week. I should know this.
Indispensable.
There you go.
Indispensable, great word. I was gonna say invaluable, but that's like the opposite. I meant like you can't put a value, like a quantitative figure on the value. Yes,
Exactly.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'll say for sure.
Miles, you
Shout out. As the person that has to control content and the like, how much of that is a nuisance on you, Devlin? Like, are you like how much of your day is spent stressing about fucking content versus stressing about actual band matters that aren't Instagram or TikTok?
The real question is, how much of your day are you obsessing over the numbers that come with Instagram and TikTok?
Like,
This is
I think
nice,
at first it was like I was spending the majority of the day just dreading having to fucking even just make the TikToks. And then once I got over the like dread of making the TikToks, it was like, okay, now I have to make multiple of these TikToks and post them every day.
Okay, I do like 3 or 4 of these every. God damn it!
Yeah, every fucking like 4 to 5 every fucking day. And how do I do that and make them all different? And like, how do I keep this new and like original and like keeping the people like, you know, seeing new stuff and keeping them engaged? But then how do I also,
especially if you're, that's one thing too. If you're using, I think about it's like, oh, social media would be so easy now, but it's like I'm thinking about I can use anyone's music. Your goal is to get people to listen to your own fucking music.
our music, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, how many times can you fucking put a text overlay over this chorus?
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. And let me tell you, we have not found the answer because I will do that shit every single fucking day. And
the limit, if our friend Shane from Adjust the Sales has taught us anything, the limit doesn't exist.
No, exactly. No,
You
seriously,
just keep fucking grinding. Yeah.
You just can keep, because what they don't tell you is that 98% of the people who see your videos on every single video are not your followers. Like,
that's new. That's so new. It wasn't like that like 6 years ago. Like when MySpace was the shit because you could reach out to blah blah blah, and then MySpace goes away, and like I feel like there's this common thing when I talk to bands like in my like middle 30s or so or late 30s where it's like, oh, in the 2010s like we kind of stepped away. What's happened was like social media changed to where like you had to be following someone. Like my old band's Twitter had like 25,000 followers at some point, but it's like we had to earn those, and not even all of them would check out the music. It's not like now where you tweet something relevant or Instagram will just show it to these people. It was like you had to rely on your base to retweet it
Yeah.
to let other people see it. And it became, so the only people that could stand out, I think there was a long period. I saw this article this morning. I didn't click on it because I don't give a fuck. But like, it was about how like in the 2010s, like acapella was so big. But it's just because like the only thing that stood out was like, oh, I'm doing a cover of Ariana Grande or something like that. You know, like there was
Yeah.
no chance for a band to be like, hey, check out our song we actually wrote our fucking selves, and it's kind of sick, but we're not doing it. We're not like super handsome guy doing it in perfect sound room, doing the cover and the mashup cover, the silly acoustic mashup cover that's going to get the share. You didn't have that same chance. You were fucked. 100 people would have saw your video at most.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I feel like, especially with the current just like landscape and environment of social media, it's like you're not just looking to post to gain followers, but separate from that, you're looking to actually get people to then leave the platform and
Yes.
go listen to the music itself, right? Because there's been tons of instances where like a video will like pop off, you know, it like
Doesn't
gains
mean there's clicking on the 4 extra things.
exactly, right? Like it doesn't necessarily translate to the monthly Spotify listeners and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so that's like just an
And there's
internal.
literally no science to finding out how that works exactly. Like
Exactly.
we had
It is
Jake from
purely
Almondsville last week where he I don't know if you've seen, like he's done these, like he just impersonates people.
oh no.
And they've done numbers. Like he's got like 1 million views on like hundreds of thousands, and like that actually where it's like we like Dear Marianne last week. We're like we saw a noticeable spike when he impersonated us, kind of thing.
Oh, I did
Whereas,
see
like,
this actually. Yes, I did see that.
yeah, like yeah, it's just him just impersonating like from the Front Bottoms to Leisure Hour to Modern
Yeah.
Baseball to, and it's just
Like mom jeans and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like that's a very rare example of like social media work. Like, cause yeah, something will go viral. Like my most viewed video on TikTok is a video of me eating McDonald's. And it's like, I hate this fucking video because it just clogs up my notifications with people telling me that McDonald's cooks kids or something like that. And I'm like, brother, I was just being silly one day. Like I'm here to talk to you about music stuff. Like, fuck, like I wish you didn't pay attention to this, Elmo. Like, please go check out my podcast that's an hour long. You know what I mean? Like that's getting people to switch over that. Like, yeah, you're getting more exposure, but maybe the exposure like every 100 people maybe adds up to 10 people 25 years ago, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like in terms of value as a listener or fan.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
What do you guys do to combat that? Anything?
I mean, like volume mainly.
Yeah.
Try to break through as much as you can, because like there's only so much you can do when we're a band where our online presence is like we almost have like 6,000 followers on Instagram or on TikTok right now, but it's like no matter what we do, we're not going to do fucking shit against other accounts that have like tens of thousands of followers, and those guys are making like 20 videos of fucking every 2 days or some shit,
Yeah.
you know?
They have a team behind them, kind of thing. Like
Exactly.
yeah, you're competing against, which it's easier than competing against mainstream institutions like FM radio stations and shit like that. But it's a whole different beast where it's like, yeah, you're competing against these bullshit online publications or bullshit TikTok bans, which do exist, you know, where it's just like, oh, fucking couple cutie pies, one plays guitar, one sings, and it's just like they record the song, and it's like, at last you found a band that sounds like Blink-182 and Paramore and Sleeping with Sirens, and you're small and they're small enough that they'll respond to your comment, and you're like, fuck, how do I compete with that person?
Yeah, exactly. So,
and they're not putting any effort into it either. It's just like maybe it's better produced, or it's just like pretty girl or pretty like conventionally pretty, like the dude's doing the right kind of like eyeballs at you kind of thing, and you're like, fuck.
yeah. No, I feel like the next thing that we have to do is start exploiting Lane's attractiveness. Truthfully.
Yeah.
We can start
Yeah.
yeah.
Lane, we gotta get you more videos here. Yeah.
I'm
The
saying.
amount of times
The-
that what
the video of you like listening to the song and like playing bass like on stage. Like, yeah, that blew up. That's like our most viewed video.
People
amount of
like them fucking, yeah. You got good proportions on you.
fans.
Oh yeah, we're thinking like the next way that we make monetary like return is by starting a Margaret Sick Lane OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give
We've
the
thought the
people
same
what?
thing because we have a girl co-host. So like, you log in, you think you're gonna get Amanda, but then you download it and it's just me.
It's all raw.
It's just me doing. We got like it was like 10 months ago, very early, but Amanda got this weird DM from this guy, and I was like, yeah, like have him email us. Like he asked if she had like an OnlyFans or something. I was like, tell him to email your management, and he emailed us, and I fucking sent back like a foot pic, like just like and I was just like, find God. But yeah, you gotta kind of, it's fucked up.
No, seriously.
But you do need to like find these dumbass ways to, where it's like same thing where it's like, oh, these like, especially like creatively, like you're making a video for content. Like I'm sure same thing where it's like you start getting Scorsese with it. Like, oh, I want to be interesting or unique or do something like that's cool to me. And then you do that and it doesn't do well. And the thing that really resonates well is the dumbest shit you've ever posted.
Yeah, seriously. It's like the one-off bullshit video
where
that
you're
you
just like, I have to do something today.
Exactly. And that's what I've really come to find is just like people really do not give a fuck. And like you could legit just post a video of you fucking silently looking at the screen with some text and guess what? You go viral. Like it really makes no fucking difference. Just post.
I'd like to remind you that I don't know, 70 billion or 70 million, 60 million, 50 million, 80, a lot of people in this country voted for Donald Trump. We gotta lower our expectations for people's fucking brain cells and thought processes and stuff like that. That's my thing always is like, if I think of something that I think is really clever, it doesn't, I'm just like, I need to remind myself that 50% of this country voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's them.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you're one of them, stop that. Stop. I mean, you're hopefully not going to get another chance to do that, but like, if you do get a chance, like think it over.
Yeah. I don't know. I also put it. You're in LA, so you know this is happening, but the social media like addiction trials are happening right now, and I don't want to underplay that. That's like definitely part of what.
You have to explain what it is.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Meta and like Snapchat, they're all being sued by
Oh,
people for being
yeah.
addictive. But I also
Yeah.
think that plays into the populace being kind of like fucking
Brain
dumb
dead,
sometimes,
dude.
and like
Yeah.
that's what
People,
happens.
no, and
People just dumb.
it's very, this is a conversation way too intelligent for the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast, but like the misinformation bots and the like I love Twitter. I found a ton of our guests through Twitter. DIY emo Twitter is super cool community. But then like if I like scroll a little too long on Twitter, it turns into like very clearly like bots, you know what I mean? Like, and now you can go click on the account and you realize like all these motherfuckers are like in India or Russia or China. It's like, okay, these are just like, but their profile photo is like some Midwest ass looking man, you know?
Yeah.
But same thing where, oh, I saw this thing and then, oh, did you see all this? Everyone's all mad about this. And then I'm like, okay, is anyone actually defending this? Or did we just see two things about people being mad about it? And then we're assuming everyone's, like it creates this bullshit world, where it's like nothing is real and everything feels overly important. Or same thing where it's like you're posting videos. It's like, oh, this matters so much. Like I need this. If we don't do it this day, that, and it's like, the world is moving on. Nothing that happens on the internet is that important, but it starts to like develop this level of over importance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will
The world
say,
is fucked up.
with a small band, we like we're pretty raw. We're pretty like honest and real, and I think that's something that's like should be and is treasured because of all this
People
other
fuck with
bullshit.
it. People
Yeah.
really do fuck with it.
I think that's true too. I think a lot of like you look at the Warp Tour is like announcing bands and this and that, and like if there's a smaller band you haven't heard of, like there's some cool shit on there, but a lot of it, like the bands that kind of get pushed by our world are very polished. It's just pop music kind of thing with some like fake distorted guitar over it kind of thing, where like I feel like there's this realness to, like an actual band kind of thing where they can hear a song, like they can hear you guys, and it's like there's a breath of fresh air almost of it being like, oh, this sounds like some dudes or some girl, I mean, it sounds like some humans playing music together as opposed to like perfectly crafted files.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
No, I
fuck with
agree. I
that.
think like it's like a super big appeal because I think it does just kind of sound like we just got together and we just like made some shit.
It sounds like friends kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I think that like, especially like, I feel like our world has grown a lot post pandemic, and there's probably like a psychological play here where it's like there was no friends for a while, and now it's like you want to experience these like human emotions and that's not just our scene. Like, I mean, there's a reason that like the pop shows go for like $1,000 now kind of thing. People want to be in these rooms where other people are feeling emotions kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also,
It's
like,
weird.
on a bunch of our songs, we have like clips, like audio clips from like a party or like us talking, and that just like
It feels
unintentionally
alive.
like our trademark. I mean, people have done that before, but
Yeah, but I
we've
feel like
done that
now
on
it's very
like every
us,
song,
you know?
and we realized, oh, we've done this on every song, and we just kept doing it.
But it feels like alive. You know what I mean? Like it feels like if I'm listening to a Margaret 6 song, it feels like I'm in the room with you, as
Yeah, that's
opposed to like
well,
there's like this dryness to like perfectly auto-tuned vocals and perfectly like sequenced drum, like they swap out the drums with pads and stuff like that, and it just like it's like this feels like I'm in a room. Like you placed a mic, like I know you didn't, but it gives off the impression like, oh, I'm almost like what the original Appeal podcast was probably, where it's like there's this like cuck shit level to it, where it's like I'm in the room with you kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like you kind of want to be a fly on the wall and hang out and watch some other people be friends sometimes,
Yeah. No, I did always find that appealing about podcasts, just feeling like
Right, like that was the early ones. It was neat because it was like there was a long form. They were having like a longer conversation, and it was kind of like, oh, I'm listening in, and you maybe have your own thoughts, and you're saying it in your head or something like that, and then eventually some assholes came along. Props to the assholes because it helps me, but it's like, yeah, everything had to be like clip,
Yeah.
It's whack. What is your as Washingtonians now? You guys have been there long enough where you have to claim the state now.
Yeah.
I like to ask the Mount Rushmore, but I feel like the Mount Rushmore of Washington bands can get really fucky, so I want to do it. What is the Mount Rushmore of SeaTac in general, Pacific, like Washington bands, not
Like-
just emo?
You're the face.
Jimi
of
Hendrix.
it, man. Like Jimmy for sure is up there.
Jimmy.
They're from Aberdeen, but they played their first show in Tacoma. I
Yeah.
feel like they count.
Nirvana is for sure up there. I
Nirvana,
mean,
yeah, I was gonna say Nirvana and Jimmy are the very two
Soundgarden.
obvious.
oh, Soundgarden for sure. And Car Seat. Yeah, they're also from here.
They're
Seat-
from here.
Car seat headrest. is
Car
from-
seats from there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fleet Foxes. I don't know if you guys like Fleet Foxes,
Oh.
but
No Fleet Fox.
Oh,
They're
I,
from
didn't,
here.
I didn't know they were from here.
yeah, I thought they were from like the East Coast.
Europe.
Here.
Oh,
They have like that indie. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, because they have songs about like the Appalachian Mountains and all that kind of stuff. So I thought they were from there, but no, they're from Seattle.
that's crazy. But yeah,
Actually, no
fucking.
idea.
Yeah, I'd probably say like, I mean, Hendrix, or at the very least, like fucking Nirvana,
Jimi Hendrix.
probably Soundgarden, Hendrix, and
Like grunge is the Pacific Northwest sound.
that
I was gonna
is
say because it's tough. I
That's
feel
the
like
part.
right away it's like, okay, like even Jimmy, like Jimmy is obviously on there, but Jimmy's not the first one in my head. I'm like, oh, it's Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl
Yeah.
Jam. whoever you want to make the fourth
Well, you
one,
should
kind
not
of
think
thing.
about Seattle when you think about Jimi Hendrix, I guess.
Yeah,
It wasn't
a lot
really
of
like a
people didn't
big
even
part of
realize
his,
he was from.
yeah, it wasn't like a big part of his identity.
No, it's very, because also a lot of Canadians claim he's like, because I think he lived in maybe on the Vancouver side, like
Yeah,
on the Canadian side, maybe. So same thing where it's like, oh, he's kind of this or that. Yeah, like I don't think his upbringing as rooted in it as like grunge, for example, is very like.
Yeah, you think of Kurt Cobain, you think
Yeah.
Seattle, like.
Yeah. I mean, the location kind of lends to grunge too. It's like dark and cloudy,
Yeah.
11 months of the year.
Yeah. It rains almost every fucking day. Like, it definitely
I
leans
lived in Oregon as a little kid. If I lived in Oregon as a teenager or as a young adult, I would have also had some pretty severe suicidal ideations. Yeah.
like everyone has to either take like a vitamin D supplement or just like straight up antidepressants.
Yeah. The SSRI market up there, yeah, is shooting off. Yeah. God bless the pharmaceutical industry for getting us all hooked on medication.
Thank God
we
for
need.
big pharma, guys.
Praise
Yeah,
up.
you know what I mean.
Praise up.
Big
That's
right.
pharma, big oil, whoever. Yeah, all the stock market people. Yeah, God bless you
God
all.
bless them.
I hope fucking no one Luigi's you people when you're on your way to a fucking convention. Anyways, what else is going on in the world of Margaret Sick leading up? What can these people expect from you in the rest of 2026?
Well,
music.
we got more music, way more music coming out. We actually have a single that we're finishing up right now, and it's about to be released.
Damn, we got a release date on this?
Not like official, but it should be within like the next 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just got like the second to last final mix, doing one more mix, and then we're going to upload it and send it out for
There
release.
we go.
Yeah, it's super.
Are we possibly working towards like a full length or something, or are we going to kind of just keep edging the people with singles?
I think a full length is definitely the goal. Right now, though, I think we're doing just trying to get as much music out there as we can. Just trying to build a fan base so that if we have a fan base, there will be something there to receive a full length release. You know what I mean?
That's right before this, same thing in the interview before this, where it's like, back in the day, they were like, oh, you could write out an EP for the entire year. Like you could release it and just like play shows off this EP. And it's like,
yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because like you release an EP, like if you release a 12-song album tomorrow, what the fuck are you going to promote the next day, kind of thing?
exactly.
Like that's the world we live in, where it's like, okay, that's out. Unless you have a giant tour and merch and vinyl variants and blah, blah, blah planned with it. It's like, okay, even if the song came out it's like a 2-week-old song, you want me to be excited about now? Like what's
No,
new,
exactly.
you know?
It's like the whole industry now is on that sort of like what's next sort of mindset. So
What's with
yeah.
consumerism, TikTok,
yeah,
quick,
it's that quick dopamine consumerism. You're
Yeah,
exactly right,
exactly.
Jocelyn.
Yeah.
These people
No,
are fucked
about
up.
it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
We're doing right now is, so my big goals for us is we've been talking about doing maybe a summer tour, testing the waters in Washington, and if we fuck with it, maybe doing the West Coast, because we have a lot of people in Oregon and California who are like, oh yeah, I have a venue for you if you want to come down. So we've been definitely playing with that in the back burner, seeing if that's going on. Another big thing, we just got our last show, we sold out of almost all of our merch, which was super exciting. So now we have to start
Sick.
back square one with merch. We're doing
Like, but now I have to order more merch.
yeah, I have that's literally
Like,
the thing. I brought like all of my paperwork for that.
they're all excited. You're like, God damn
Like,
it.
with the guys. We have to do a huge merch order. We just got our Bandcamp up and running a few months back, and I'm finally getting it to where we can order merch. Granted, it's now paused because we sold out of it, but once we get that back, hopefully by the end of the week's my goal for us to get back into merch and get onto Bandcamp for the shirts and stickers and stuff. The end of this month, we have
Thank you for doing that, because I find that frustrating. Even myself, as just a general fan of these bands, I have moments where I'll be sitting here at home stoned and I've gone on to like I'm like, I want to buy a shirt for this band I like, and they're rather large bands in our scene. We're talking, like 50, 100,000 monthly, like a Kerosene Heights or a Leisure Hour kind of thing. And then it's like, I can't buy their merch like on. I got to go. It's like I'll buy merch at the show, kind of, but it's like it's like every now and then I want to make this impulse purchase online, and I've ended up buying merch for bands that are a lot smaller kind of thing, because it's like I'm ready to spend $40 on blouses right now. I can't do it. I can't do it with fucking Saturdays at your place right now. Like and then I end up with the Final Boss Fighter, a Thoughts on Bowling shirt instead kind of thing, because it's like, okay.
What really inspired me to be like, okay, we got to lock in with this was this band called Lemon Boy that we have in Seattle. It's
he's a
Lemon
I
Boy.
don't
It's
he's a
three gals,
Yeah, I think it's
three people
three
at least.
people. I think they're a bit.
double confused. That's fantastic.
But
Are they the lemon thing is just a name, or do they have like lemon genealogy to them?
And it's
Okay.
like they're essentially what happened was I was following them and I realized that they started they'd put in the merch boxes that they'd send out like little thank you cards and creating that personalization. And I was like, fuck, we could do that easy. And that's like that when I got my merch, I was like, look at
It's
me.
cool. It feels special. You feel special, yeah.
You feel like you're part of that community, like full
Mhm.
circling back. And that's really what I wanted to do. So like in terms of goals, that's where we're going for definitely getting more accessible with that. March, we have plans to hopefully release start the recording process at least for 3 songs, I think. And then we also have a couple shows coming up in the Tacoma area. And yeah, right now, I think what we're doing is we're just trying to slow and steady grow while also keeping like our heads, because if we launch too hard into it, we can just lose our marbles,
Yeah.
We'll have
And
jobs.
you burn
but-
out kind of thing, yeah. One thing I did see recently that was really good, just like very similar to what you're saying, is the band Relate, when they went on tour, and you could like pay, like it was like pay what you want, like it was like $1, but you could put in more on the Bandcamp. So it's kind of like, you can support us on this tour if you want to pay $20. But what they did is they had postcards, and they'd go buy the postcards in the town, and then they drive, they're driving from Orem, Utah to Portland, and maybe 6 or 7 people bought these postcards on that drive, actually, but you have 5 hours there to write, and like they would kind of, same thing where it's like those, you start to get those, you're like, oh, that's nice. Like this feels kind of like they know my name at least, like, and it sounds dumb because you're probably just like, we're regular ass motherfuckers, but like there's levels to this stuff,
Well, that's how I felt the first time I met Puppy Feet. That's another local band around here.
They're fucking sick.
Is in
Puppy Feet, like Purina.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Puppy Feet. They're very,
Feet.
very cool fucking Midwest emo band from the Seattle area. Super cool guys.
We're looking this up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should definitely check them out. They're fucking sick ass dudes.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like this is Puppy Feet should be on my fucking radar. Yeah, Northwest emo, happy music for sad people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
remember
into this.
I'm booking them for a show. I was like almost a little starstruck because I was like, oh my goodness, it's Puppy Feet. And then I like talked to them and I was like, oh, they're just dudes just like
They're
us.
just totally.
Right, they're just regular, yeah. The same, like, I'll have bands on here that it's like, because, and like, there's this, even just with social media, there's this thing where it's like, same thing you guys probably experience, where it's like, oh, they're a band and they post on social media, like they're really big or this, that. And you're like, and my thing is always like, brother, I live alone in a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't have a wife. I don't have a savings account. It's like, I am not cool kind of thing. I'm just obnoxious, but it's like these things kind of set in, it's like, oh, this band is bigger kind of, like, bands on here where it's like, I'm like, oh, really cool. And they're like, oh, we really appreciate, like, we're really aware of this, that. And it's like, none of this shit is as big as you think it is. Like, we're all just regular people. Like, the biggest band in our world, which, like, whatever, Hot Mulligan, regular ass fucking dudes that probably shower 6 days a week and also work with bands that are friends with friends of our bands that we all know, kind of, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's all, nobody's too big for their britches in this world. Like, it's, you know, there's like, it's like you said, like at the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to community and building this community around you, because those are the people that invest in you, you know, like those are the people that are regularly streaming your music, regularly buying your merch, will regularly buy your tickets. Like, you need to like nurture that community and contribute to that community. You need to make them, give them their not even money's worth, but like their time's worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not assholes. We're fucking, we can be your friend too, you know, and not in a weird Jesse Lacey emo bands of the 2000s way, just in a way of like, I'm a regular guy, you're a regular guy, you like my songs, oh, you do graphic design work, that's sick, that'd be cool if you could, like, let's work together.
Yeah. No, it's been sick to like, especially as we've been getting a bit more of an online presence, we've been like becoming kind of like homies, but like I guess like TikTok homies with other bands as well. Bands who are like,
The you're same thing where you're probably like, what the fuck, this is a massive band.
yeah, exactly. But they're like totally fucking with our stuff. Like they repost and like and share our shit all the time, and we're doing the same thing. And like we'll be commenting and like, you know, shooting the shit in comments and stuff. And it's like, oh no, these guys are fucking homies. Like we got these friends up in New York called Tiger Wood.
Tiger Wood or my fucking,
yeah. We
Hold on.
love Tiger Wood. No, we stand Tiger Wood. Oh, Rob is about to go bring back some shit. Oh, you got one of their hoodies, dude. Oh,
Talk about-
badass.
Tiger Wood started an emo band.
Tiger
Our
White
theme song for many weeks was a Tiger Wood song, Obsessed. But same thing where it's like, they popped up and I was shown Tiger Wood and I assumed like, I'm like, oh, these songs are great. I assumed there's some like big band that I just didn't know. I own other hoodies. But it's not football season, Catherine. But like, and Sweetheart, like I have a note on my fridge from Will from Tiger Wood where it's like,
Yeah.
such a cool guy where it's like, I'm like, oh, cool. They're going to come on our show. Like, I really like this band. And then it's like, oh, we're like, they're homies too. And it's like, you really have no idea how big anything is. Cause like at the grand scheme, like, and you're like, oh, we have 500 monthly listeners. They have 5,000. It's like,
Yeah.
brother, Fallen in Reverse has fucking 20 million. We're all fucked against the homophobes and transphobes and pieces of shit in this world. You know what I mean? Like, we got to stick together.
Yeah. No, he legit, Will just sent me a fucking like letter with like a little envelope with a bunch of fucking stickers and shit, just because like we're homies and like it's
Angels.
You're
And
over here with, like-
I had someone like, I feel like yesterday or today comment on one of my videos, like one of my like, oh, bands you should check out, blah, blah, blah. And someone comment like, you got to check out Tiger Wood. And I'm like, part of me is almost like, you think I don't know Tiger Wood, motherfucker?
You think I don't know
But then,
ball?
you think I don't know? Like, I'm the fucking emo podcast guy. Of course I know Tiger. But then the other part of me is like, yo, that's sick for them. Like Will and Julie and them, like that's sick. Like these people like know them so well that they're like, they got shooters out here that are like, same thing with you. Like you guys, Cass bugged the fuck out of me to book you guys where it was like, okay, like our schedule's full, like for 2 months. Like I'm not really thinking about, like that's 3 months is so far in advance. And then it's finally like, all right, like, yeah, I should do that. But it's like, same thing. Like, doesn't matter how big, like if you like something, you'll resonate with it. It's like, you got shooters. Like people are like ready to be like, we like this band, like blah, blah, blah. And like, that's the new A&R. That's the new marketing. That's the new fucking,
Seriously.
you know what I mean? Like you can spend $500 on a TikTok, Instagram ad, or you can spend 5 hours building connection and you'll find 5 people who will shout you out hard enough to make up for that money, you know?
Seriously.
That's boy math right there. I don't know if it's accurate, but it to me, it makes, that's always been my, like you're saying, like a lot of it's volume. Post 5 videos a day. 500 people see them on average. 5 of those people are going to legitimately check you out. 1 person from each of those videos is going to fucking ride for you. You just found 5 people a day that really like your band. Go out on the street and find 5 fucking people. 5 people is a lot of people when you take away like the numbers of it and you look at it from a human aspect. Like that's shit. We got fans.
Yeah.
It's tight. It's tight. I love fucking, I'm a big fan of your guys' band. I love
Thank
emo music. Before we go, is there anything you want to tell these people?
What you got to say to the people, Miles?
You got anything you want to say? You're deep enough in here where if you have any controversial take or something fucked up you want to say, you should be good by now.
I don't know.
Well, on that note, I appreciate you guys for joining me. This is a great time. I appreciate Margaret's sick. Who is Margaret? Is she okay? She's
Nah,
still sick?
She's sick
so
as
sick.
She got
fuck.
hypochondria?
Yeah, she is. It's terminal. She's like, she might not make
Fuck.
it. Yeah, she might not make it.
Shout out Tom Hanks.
Not good.
Thank you for fucking getting that reference. Oh shit! Don't leave. Don't leave. Hold-
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out, you did.